And racing, Good Jump, Jetson Jules showing out early as well was Knock Knock Lady, and getting out wider on the track was Where's Carlson, behind them Wolf Marine, and trying to punch through as well was Yambler Fly. Further back to Locklini and company with Rebel Order, Wolf Marine drifting it out the back, Big Time Treasure. They swing in good line, Knock Knock Lady, just veered out Jetson Jules to the inside, Wolf Marine flow late, but Jetson Jules beat Wolf Marine, and I think third home would have been Where's Carlos down on the inside, pretty tight there with Yambler Fly, then Knock Knock Lady, then we had Locklini and Rebel Order, and back at the tail of the field would have been the next one there, and I think it would have been Big Time Treasure. And racing, and Good Jump here, one-way Pyro show speed. Madam Razor going up with her with Corborn Rave, the favourite prominent, and in behind them was Breakthrough, and wider on the track Russian Doll. Corborn Rave got to the lead here from Russian Doll, and a margin back to Madam Razor with Breakthrough, and round at Rebel City, and further back one-way Pyro and Madam Knocker, but up they come. Corborn Rave, start one, win one in New Zealand, has beaten Russian Doll. Third home would have been Madam Razor. They were followed in by Rebel City and Breakthrough. Back there with one-way Pyro and Madam Knocker, and You Know Kim was one of the last to go by. And they're racing. He was very average away. Thrilling Burt showing speed. Versatile Richie shooting for Billy Holmes and company with Sky High Levi. Thrilling Burt gets the rails run. And in behind it is Tennessee Ave. Further back in the field we go to Sky High Levi, Jimmy Buffett. And last of all is the Legree. Down the back straight they go. And Versatile Richie about 3 lengths are clear of the favourite Thrilling Burt. Here comes Burt now on its back. Tennessee Ave in third, followed by Sky High Levi a few lengths away. And wider on the track, Billy Holmes up they come. Versatile Richie getting leg weary, and Thrilling Burt takes over. Thrilling Burt, good recovery, got home to beat Billy Holmes, and third home would have been Versatile Richie. Another cheeky effort from him. They were followed by Sky High Levi, Westerly Wind and Tennessee Ave. Back in the field, Legree, and one of the last to go by would have been, I think Sky High Levi was back there with them. And they're racing, and slow away was Jim's Conquest showing early toe. This is Swip going forward with it was all in all. And in there was Boss Lady Sloy, and down to the rails was Clover Appeal. Oh, there's a bit of trouble there. Boss Lady Sloy went down, and it opened the door up for Urban Combat, who now goes into second ahead of Clover Appeal and Jim's Conquest. But at the meantime, This Is Swip down the straight it comes, and This Is Swip gets home to beat the 8 Urban Combat. Third home would have been Clover Appeal, and then we had Jim's Conquest not far away back in fourth. A big gap back to the others. They were Boss Lady Sloy and Monty Dosh, and I think that might have been the lot. When he comes round to the start, boxes open and Real On rose away well, and getting out also was Sasha's one, and wider on the track on the house jumped away okay today. Lochinvar Brando sticks down to the rail, and in the pack was Blitzy Mayhem, the favourite, currently now running into third. Down on the inside is Corborn Logan, tracked through by Tata Safari on the house, drifting out of it, and last of all is My Little Lucifer. Off the top they come, and Lochinvar Brando goes for home here from Real On Rose. Blitzy Mayhem's got to get a move on from there, and further back to Corborn Logan, but it's Lochinvar Brando comes home. Lochinvar Brando gets gets home to beat Real on Rose. Punching through for third, the favourite there, Blitzing Mayhem, and right with it was Corborn Logan, a cheeky run. They were followed in by, we had Midal Lucifer in company with Tata Safari, Sasha's One, and On the House. And racing Viva Vane slow away, pinging the gates was Run Mischief Run, and going forward as well was Viva Vane. The favourite now picks up ground, Asia Rosti, and a big gap back to the rest, Bon Vogue, followed by Cullen's Impact, then Mick Player. Down on the inside, Big Time Bender and Sydenham Sam, but Viva Vane after the slow start shows its class here. Viva Vane has gone home to beat Run Mischief Run. Third home across the line would have been Asia Rosti, and then a big gap back to the rest of them. They were followed in by Bon Vogue, Cullen's Impact, Big Time Bender, Mick Player, and back with them there was Sydenham Sam. And racing, and a good jump here out wide was Thrilling Ninja, and down on the inside Lockie's Cool, showing speed Miss Pider, and wider on the track was Belrani trying to track into it. In behind them was Thrilling Charge, down on the rail was Starbound, further back to Belrani, now drops out to second to last, and last of all is Little Miss Crunch. Down the back they go, and Thrilling Ninja gets away by a length and a half here from Uncle Romilly giving cheek. Down on the inside, further back to Lockie's Call, and in behind them is Starbound, and then Thrilling Charge. They're about to swing in, Thrilling Ninja goes for home here, and he's holding Uncle Romilly, and through the inside Starbound, and then we have Thrilling Charge may have knocked them off. Thrilling Charge may have got through on the inside. Cheeky run from Thrilling Ninja. Right there would have been Uncle Romilly, and then we had Starbound, get back to Belrani, Lockie's Call, and Little Miss Crunch. And racing and pinging away was Dum Diddly Do. Jumped well, Wheezy Appeal, and also there Deb Bell just getting cut out of it. Further back is South Bay Dream, and wider is Lachlan Valley. In that pack there was Kim.com. Further back to Miss Apocalypse, and at the tail Run Kayla Run. Up they come. Wheezy Appeal favourite goes for home here from Dum Diddly Do and Lachlan Valley, but Wheezy Appeal, Dum Diddly Do and Lachlan Valley, and they were followed in by Deb Vale getting home for fourth. Further back in the field there we had South Bay Dream in company with Kim.com and Miss Apocalypse, and tailing out to be one of the last of them home would have been another one there, and that would have been, I think it was Kim.com. The 6. And they're racing. He was away okay. Corborn Henry, Hot Lash shown early speed out wide with Chow for now, and also Charlie's Funds, and tracking into it nicely now the favourite Corborn Henry in between runners. Further back to Winston Buster, Invasion and Van Elden. Further back in the field is Hot Lash with Matrix, but up they come, and right down the outside Winston Buster gets up. Winston Buster from Charlie's Funds, and flying home out wide would have been Agent Van Elden. Right there as well, Corborn Henry with Chow for now, Hot Lash. Further back was Charlie's Funds to be one of the last of them home. And they're racing. Good jump here from Jetson Blaze. In the middle of the track going forward was Positivity, and now covering up was Thrilling Sonic. So Thrilling Sonic gets to the lead out of the home straight from Jetson Blaze. Down the back they go. Thrilling Butcher, the favourite, is third. Followed back by Thrilling Tremor, who's dragging a few of them back there. Big gap back to Hot Pooty. Just ahead of them was Alamein Jar, and with it was Positivity. And further back to Thrilling Tremor. But it's Thrilling Sonic out here by 2 1/4. Out chasing hard is Jetson Blaze, and Thrilling Butcher, the favourite, won't win today. But Thrilling Sonic gets home. Thrilling Sonic, Big Jetson Blaze and Thrilling Butcher. They were followed in by Bubbling Gold, and then we had Alamein Jar. Further back in the field would have been Positivity with Hot Pooty, and a Thrilling Tremor was one of the last to go by. And racing Explosive Osty away fairly, showing early speed. Nathan's champion underneath it. Big Sam's Girl and Explosive Osty, the favourite, is back and now in fourth. Oh, he's got dragged out of the race there. A bit of trouble with Big Sam's Girl out the back with Alabaster, and just ahead of them down the back, and We're So Lucky. In the meantime, Cosmic Pearl. Cosmic Pearl's going to go one better today. She streaks away for a good win from Nathan's champ. Now getting up the third may have been We're So Lucky ahead of Explosive Osty. They were followed in by Kinetic Neo back there with it was down the back. Then we had Alabaster, and dropping out to be one of the last home. Set and ready at the 3:18. And racing in a good jump out wide, Blearly Alive shooting forward, Calm Brook, and in behind the Major Tom going up along the rails. Back there too, Lucy Licious and copying a check, Jaeger, and further back to Where's the Cat, and last of all Sydenham Jade and company with Judge to Excel, but it's Blearly Alive narrowly in front here. Major Tom fights on the inside, and further back to Lucy Licious. Major Tom snuck through along the inside to get home to beat Blearly Alive. Getting home for third would have been, I think we had Lucy Licious there with Where's the Cat, and right there as well with them was Jaeger. Blearly Alive we had there further back in the field to Sydenham Jade. Didn't yelp today at a first look at Monaco. She'll be one of the last home, but 3 Major Tom salutes today. 8.